So yeah, really excited about the opportunity tomorrow. They're obviously a quality side. Watching them play last weekend against Wales, pretty dominant in some of the areas up front. So we expect to be in sort of a good physical battle up front, good set piece battle. So we put our attention into a bit of that this weekend. Pleased with areas of that against Georgia. Certainly pleased with areas of set piece, but we understand the step up this week. We understand the quality the Irish side have. But we're really excited about that challenge and looking forward to getting stuck into it.
At the World Cup last year, Razzie Erasmus described them as softies. Are they a bit vulnerable up front to a powerful opposition?
I don't believe so. I don't really don't quite know where he maybe saw that from or saw that angle. But for me, every time I play against them, it's always been a real big battle. Whether you're playing against them domestically for their sort of home teams or whether internationally, I think you understand the challenge, and you look at their team tomorrow. They've picked a pretty big physical physical back row. So certainly the challenge will be there for us for sure.
Thanks, Joe.
Cheers.
Thanks. Do we have any other questions for Joe? James, we'll come to you, please. James Cole.
Hi, Joe. Just on that physical battle, you've got the better of them the last couple of meetings. Why do you think that is?
There's always a number of different. I think international rugby always so much of it starts at the set piece. I think obviously in those games certainly had maybe a bit of an edge in some of those areas. And I think Test match rugby is kind of really built around those areas. So whether it's very rarely one thing, it's going to be a combination of small little factors within a game, which can sort of detail whether you manage to get on top in that area. But tomorrow will certainly be that again. There's always parts of the game within that, whether it's sort of the aerial battle or Ireland are pretty aggressive at the breakdown. So I imagine that will factor as well in terms of go a bit of a way to sort of securing ball and securing momentum for your team. So as always, quite a few facets to look at. But for us, really excited about that challenge, excited about improving on where we were last week, improving on the areas that maybe weren't quite so clinical, because we know we weren't as clinical as we could be last week. But yes, certainly lots to look forward to.
Do these sorts of games take on an added edge and added importance in the Lions year, given that you got an opportunity to outshine someone else who might be going for the jersey?
I don't think so in terms of the Lions. I think it definitely adds importance playing against Ireland. I think we understand and fully respect what a fantastic side they are, the form they're in. Some of their sort of new players really, I guess, have pushed them on in some of those young players who maybe haven't got the caps, but certainly allowed them to progress over the last few weeks. And we understand it's a step up from our last 2 weeks of competition. So that's certainly the focus this week, rather than looking further down the line.
And finally, from me, can I just get your reaction to the news yesterday that the government are going to supply bailout or funding to grassroots? The money's going to go to grassroots rugby. As a man who came through as a boy through the club system, obviously, is that welcome from your point of view?
Yeah, it's massively welcome. I think it's pretty clear and evident that everyone who's played here obviously started one day at their local club, and those clubs mean a lot to sort of ourselves here, but also the wider game of English rugby. So not quite sure exactly how that's all going to work out in the next few months, but certainly a really welcome sort of injection of funds for the grassroots game in England.